Welcome to Royal Daily Report, your most trusted source for breaking royal news and exclusive updates. I'm your host, and tonight we bring you a story that is shaking the British royal family to its core. King Charles has just signed a new rule that could change everything for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's children. This is history happening right now, and you are watching it unfold here on Royal Daily Report. King Charles just signed a brand new rule, one that could change the future of the royal family forever. The rule is simple, but its impact hit like an earthquake. Any child who wants to stay in the royal line of succession must be raised full-time in the United Kingdom under direct royal supervision. No exceptions, no shortcuts, no special treatment. And the moment that rule came out, everyone knew exactly who it affected first. Archie and Lilibet, Harry and Meghan's two children, born and raised thousands of miles away in California, immediately fell outside this requirement. They have never been part of royal traditions, never lived inside the palace, and have no real connection to daily royal life. Inside royal circles, sources whispered that this was not just a routine update. It was a message that the monarchy was moving forward, a message that the next generation, or at least some of it, would be chosen very carefully. And for Meghan Markle, this hit harder than anyone else, because for her, this was not just about titles. It was about belonging. It was about being recognized. It was about making sure her children were seen as part of the story she believed they deserved to be in. But this rule told her something she never expected to hear so clearly. The monarchy decides who belongs, not her. And this was only the beginning. Make sure to subscribe to Royal Daily Report right now and hit that like button to stay updated on this breaking story. Before things even calmed down, another big shock hit. King Charles introduced a second rule, and this one cut even deeper. Only the children of active working royals will stay in the line of succession. In other words, only the children of royals who show up, do their duty, serve the crown, and represent the monarchy would keep their place. Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal duties in 2020. They made a choice, freedom over royalty, and now, years later, that choice had come back around. Their children no longer fit the new system. Behind palace doors, advisors called it a structural update, a clean and organized way to make the monarchy smaller and protect its future. But in Montecito, sources say it felt like something very different, a quiet punishment, a removal of the last connection linking Meghan's family to the crown, a reminder that decisions have consequences, and a warning that the royal family was no longer willing to bend the rules to keep the Sussex family included. This was not personal, the palace insisted, but for Meghan, it was impossible to see it any other way, because for the second time in just a few days, a rule had been written that pointed directly at her children, and it was written in permanent ink, just when it seemed things could not get more serious. Another move came from inside the palace. This one was quieter, colder, and far more unsettling. A formal clarity review. Normally these reviews are simple checkups, small teams verifying paperwork or updating records behind the scenes, but this one was different from the start. According to insiders, the people assigned to this review were not just regular office staff or record keepers. They were constitutional experts, legal advisors, historians, and palace officials who specialize in succession law. That kind of team only comes together when something is seriously disputed or when a situation could have long-term consequences for the crown. The review looked at everything connected to Harry, Meghan, and their children. Birth documents, medical confirmations, paperwork that should have been processed automatically but was not, timelines surrounding their departure, eligibility requirements that had never been tested before. It was not a hostile investigation, but it was thorough, detailed, and methodical, the kind of review that slowly removes anything uncertain and reveals anything that does not add up. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Royal Daily Report for more exclusive royal investigations. As the monarchy tightens its rules, another powerful force is rising behind the scenes. Prince William. For years, he stood quietly in the background, learning from his grandmother, watching his father prepare for the crown, and studying every political storm the monarchy survived. But now, insiders say William has stepped into a much more decisive role. He is no longer simply the future king. He is becoming the protector of the institution. Sources close to the palace say William has very little patience for anything that threatens the stability of the family or the legacy he is set to inherit. And after years of public drama from Harry and Meghan, interviews, accusations, and explosive documentaries, William's tolerance has run out. He is described as firm, focused, and completely unwilling to compromise. According to people familiar with the discussions, William is prepared to make very hard choices, including supporting the removal of titles if doing so protects the monarchy's long-term future. One advisor said it plainly, William will cut off a limb to save the body, and he does not see this as revenge. He sees it as responsibility. Where Harry stepped away, William stepped forward. Where Meghan challenged the system, William reinforced it. And where Charles began reshaping the monarchy, William is preparing to finish the job. The message behind closed doors is very clear. The crown cannot carry instability into the next generation. Not under William, not under the future king. Subscribe to Royal Daily Report now and hit that like button so you don't miss any updates on this developing story. While William strengthens his position, Meghan is preparing for something far more confrontational, a legal battle. Sources say Meghan has spoken with lawyers in both California and the United Kingdom, determined to find out whether the new succession rule changes violate the historic 1701 Act of Settlement, a law that has shaped royal inheritance for over 300 years. To Meghan, the timing of these new rules feels targeted, personal, and deliberate, like someone is trying to erase her children from the royal picture. She believes the palace is changing the rules because of Harry and Meghan's departure. The monarchy insists the changes were long overdue, but either way, Meghan is ready to fight. Legal advisors have warned her that challenging the monarchy is never easy. A lawsuit does not stay private, it does not stay clean, and it forces everyone involved to provide evidence, real statements, real documents, real proof, and that is where the real danger begins. If Meghan moves forward, Harry will be forced into the one place he has avoided for years, choosing a side publicly. Standing with Meghan means standing against his own family in court, under scrutiny, with no turning back. Standing with the palace means breaking the bond he promised never to abandon. For Meghan, the fight is about recognition. For the monarchy, it is about order. For Harry, it is about choosing between two worlds that can no longer exist together. The battle has not started yet, but the lines are already being drawn. Make sure you are subscribed to Royal Daily Report and have liked this video to support our exclusive coverage. Now the storm sits directly over the royal family and the crossroads is impossible to ignore. On one side, the monarchy is reshaping itself. Rules rewritten, titles redefined, succession realigned, a clarity review digging into the past with quiet precision. King Charles is no longer bending. William is not compromising. The palace is closing ranks. On the other side stands Meghan, determined, furious, and prepared to fight for her children's place in a world she believes they were born into. She sees the rule changes as an erasure. She sees the clarity review as an invasion. She sees the distance between London and California growing deeper every single day. And standing between these two worlds is Harry, a prince without a home base, a husband trying to protect his family, a son watching the gates of his past close tighter and tighter. Sources say Harry feels the pressure building. The choices becoming sharper, the decisions becoming impossible to avoid. Because if Meghan pushes forward with legal action, the monarchy will be forced to respond in ways that expose everything. Documents, testimony, private history, unspoken moments the royal family has kept hidden for generations. And once that begins, there is no returning to peace. Hit that subscribe button and like this video right now to stay informed with Royal Daily Report. This is the moment before the break. The moment the future of two royal children becomes the center of a constitutional storm. The moment a family conflict turns into a historic reckoning. The monarchy is preparing to move on. Meghan is preparing to fight back. And Harry is preparing for the hardest choice of his life. But one thing is certain. Whatever happens next will not be quiet. It will not be gentle. And it will reshape the royal family forever. Because this is not the end of the story. This is the spark. The moment before the explosion begins. This has been Royal Daily Report, bringing you breaking news from inside the palace walls. Thank you for watching this exclusive report.